Hey everybody, I have decided that I'm going to start sending some videos to you guys, just going through some of our lessons, just to help your mom and dad out and your aunts and uncles and whoever you're staying with while we're out of school for this time. And I am going to do different things. We might sing a song, we might do some lessons, and then I might just give you some advice on what to do on some worksheets and things like that. Today's very first lesson, we're going to start in our science book. So if you want to go ahead and get that, that's where we're going to start. And I'm going to do a series of lessons on some of the things that we're doing. Now, you'll notice I'm outside, so you might hear lots of things. And I just thought it was a pretty day, and I might want to teach outside today. So we're going to start with our science book, and we're going to turn to page 30. Page 30 is 30. And this is talking about the seasons and all of the parts of the seasons. We've been studying that for a little bit, and we're going to continue on. On page 30, it talks about the wind. I'm going to read this, and I want you to look at the pictures and read with me and listen while I talk. Wind is air that moves. The wind can be soft. A soft wind is called a breeze. It's kind of having, look at my hair. You can see it's a soft wind right now. A little breeze is blowing. Yeah, we know what that feels like when we're out on the playground. We can feel it. She's sitting on the bench. You can see the leaves. Sometimes the wind blows really hard. Look, it blew her hat off. We know in storms the winds can get really hard and blow things fast too. So I'm going to flip over to the next page. Page 31, 3:1. I can make air move. I can blow hard. I can not blow the clouds across the sky. Look at the little boy in the black circle. He's blowing a dandelion. You can see it blowing out. But I cannot blow the clouds across the sky. The wind is not strong enough to do that. The only person strong enough to move the clouds, it's the big guy upstairs. That's God. I can blow one leaf away, but I cannot blow many leaves off the trees. The wind is pretty powerful, and it can do a lot of things, but it can also not do a lot of things too. God has to be in control of that. Turn the page. Page 32. This is an activity that you can do. You see this guy, he doesn't have any color on his clothes. You could color his clothes, and there's a dot to dot, and I bet if you look carefully, you can figure out what that is. It's a kite. When you do the dot to dot, you can see that he's pulling a kite. Now, I said pulling for a reason, because over here in my teacher notes that you can see, it teaches us that there's a certain thing called a force. And a force is a push or a pull of something. So he is pulling on that string and forcing that kite to come behind him. And the wind is carrying it up in the air. So he's having a good time. He's having a great time. Who makes the wind blow? God makes the wind blow. What do you think would be appropriate to wear when it was super windy outside? Well, what does he have on? He has on a jacket and long pants. But look what I have on. I have on a short sleeve shirt. So I think it kind of depends on, the temperature outside and what part of the year it is, on what kind of clothes you wear. One more page. I'm going to flip over to page 33. And this is the last page that I'm going to talk about today. Let's read what it says. It says a thermometer. We've talked about a thermometer. A thermometer may go up or come down. It's God's plan for us to feel just right. God gives us the sun, and He gives us light and helps keep us warm. God made plants and animals, and we use these plants and animals to make clothes. We've talked about this before, where you take some hair clippers and you shear off the fur off of certain animals like these sheep and a llama, and you wash it and get it all nice and clean, and then you string it into thread, and that's what you use to sew and make clothes. You live in a wonderful, a strong, sturdy house. God makes trees grow. We can make nice, warm houses from the trees. Cut the bark off, cut the leaves off, and you get the wood that's underneath. God gave us good minds to think of ways to heat our homes. Do you have a fireplace in your house? I don't have a fireplace in mine, but I do have something that works like a fireplace. It's a little different. It's called a wood stove. Maybe your mom or dad or your grandma can tell you what a wood stove is. It is our job to take care of the nice things that God has given us. God has given us, He has blessed us with so many wonderful things. And while we're at home, we get to remember all of the fun things that we have during the day instead of while we're at school. Alrighty, that's lesson 1 in science. That's what we would have done while we were at school this week. I'll keep going. See you next video.